Boom. Everybody, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I am your host, Charles Becco, and today we are going to be talking about, is the stock market going to an all-time high? Kind of crazy, right? An all-time high in 2022? It's possible. But I want to welcome everybody here today. Again, I am your host, Charles Becco. Joining with me, I am your host, Charles Helen. I've got my man Panda and Caxton up here. And we're going to be talking about this stock market. All right. Cut the music. All right. So, again, I want to welcome everybody for being here today. Again, I'm your host, Charles Becco. Today, we'll be answering the question, is the stock market going to an all-time high? Again, I'm Charles Becco from Brooklyn Traders. I'm joined here by Helen from the Stock Analysis Group. And we are getting started. So, just give us a second. We got to get the links to the group in the different chats. We are pretty much one of the only shows on Clubhouse to multi-stream, okay? This show is multi-stream to Clubhouse, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, okay? The principal show is on Clubhouse, and so we are servicing those members, okay? We're going to be answering the question, is the stock market ready to hit all-time highs, right? Are we going to hit all-time highs? If you're here on Clubhouse, we're going to just briefly go over tickers in the stock market. We're going to be talking about what our general kind of overview is, and then we're going to have time for our audience members to actually come in. Okay, audience members will be able to actually come in and, will be able to come in and here on Club, going to be able to answer some questions, right? So just give us a second while we just make sure that we are covered here, yada, yada, yada. I guess I'll start here. Generally speaking, right, the stock market has been hot. It's been like lightning hot, right? I mean, we had Apple hit a low of like 132, and I think Apple touched like 173 today. And so we just have tickers that are just on fire today. We had a bunch of the Wall Street bets names really kind of light up. We saw Fubo coming alive for the first time in a long time. We saw BBIG coming alive for the first time. We have new player APRN. APRN came alive. What's the other one? Just a bunch of the Wall Street bets names were kind of going crazy, right? And so, yeah. Okay. So, one last thing. Let me just make sure to log into our platform here, and we'll be ready to go. For people that are here on Clubhouse, okay, make sure that you click on the link above. Once you click on the link above, you'll be able to see the show that is streaming live right now. Again, it is live on YouTube, right? So if you're in Clubhouse and you're here, right, click on the link above so that you could look at this show live. All right, so just give me one more second. Let me make sure to get my screen on. Right, boom. Okay, let me get this one over here. Perfect. Right, got that. Let me get this other one over here. Perfect. And let's make sure to get the Clubhouse, the YouTube stream live. All right. So you guys should be seeing the screen right now. The first ticker up on the list is Tesla. Just as always, we follow Tesla. We look at it almost every day. But before we get started, Helen, do you have any words or any thoughts about Tesla? Anything that you'd like to add? Anything that you noticed, Helen, about Tesla? Helen, any words? I know Sometimes Helen could be away from her. Oh, there you go.
Hello? Are you talking to me?
Yep. We're asking about Tesla. What are your thoughts on Tesla in general?
You mean about the market?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I was preparing the dinner for my daughter, and then I did not pay attention. So, yeah, I have to do something, because otherwise she's going to kick me out.
Oh, so you know what, Helen? You finish with that, and I'll start off first, because I was going to say ladies first, okay? So, all right, so while Helen is taking care of that, let me just break Tesla down, right? Again, for all you people on Clubhouse, again, click the link above, and you should be able to see the screen while we break some of these levels here, right? Break down some of these levels. So, I will say this, right? First things first. Every single day that Tesla is above 900 could be interpreted as a very bullish day, right? Every day that we're up here, right, it's really kind of difficult to kind of make the argument that, Tesla's going down, right? Because you can see kind of like a cup and handle forming. Right now, you can say Tesla is kind of in kind of a wider channel, right in between 940 to 900, and then there's like a sub channel from basically 900 to 860, right? And so Tesla's tried, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times to break over this 944 level, and every single time Tesla has tried to break above that 944 level, it has been rejected. But again, if you want to take a look here, okay, for people who follow supply and demand, Tesla keeps breaking to these these demand zones, and it keeps holding, and again, every single day that Tesla is above 900 is a very, very dangerous day to be short Tesla, especially that even on a sleepy day, Tesla could move 3, 4, even 5%. We've seen it happen time and time again. Levels to look at on Tesla here, again, you got 860, you got 900, you got about this 920 area here that's, again, forming some nice support. In any way, shape, or form, Tesla gets above this 943, okay, the next level on Tesla that we see would be, I see 964, and after that, there's just a margin here, like there's just, this, sure, 964, 1,000, 1,050, possibly 1,100, right? And again, you might be thinking, Charles, I think that you're kind of crazy, right? Like, how could Tesla be at all-time highs, right? Well, consider this. This is Tesla, right? Let's take a gander at Apple. Look what Apple has done, right? If Apple literally spits, it can spit to an all-time high. We're at 173. We are $10 away from an all-time high, and that's even kind of crazy to say, considering that we got inflation at all-time highs. Oh, sorry, we have inflation at all-time highs. We have what else? We have just economic woes. Sorry about that. It seems like the app is kind of bugging out a little bit here. But yeah, we have just a couple of things that's going on with the world here, especially in the world of finance. And if Apple could get all the way up here, I don't see any reason why any of the other major tech companies won't get up here either, right? So that's Tesla, that's Apple. Let's look at Microsoft here. Again, very bullish. Microsoft well over the 200. I believe this is that's the exponential moving average, the EMAs here, and so this is looking pretty well. Okay, let's look at Google really quick. Okay, Google just under the 200. Amazon. Oops. Amazon. Okay, Amazon a little over the 200 there. And let's look at Netflix. Okay, Netflix just under the gap, right? There's a huge gap here on Netflix from 248 to 320. Let's look at NVIDIA. If we're going to look at NVIDIA, I don't see the point to kind of... I guess we have to look at AMD. It's in the title, right? You see there's a level here at NVIDIA at 191. I am looking for NVIDIA to test the 200 over there, the 200 at 200, right? AMD is rubbing up against the 200 every single day. Again, every day that AMD is above 98, 99, I say that that's a very bullish day, right? And so technically AMD still is in a short setup, but it doesn't look like it necessarily wants to go down, right? And so we are anticipating that one day AMD will kind of squeeze above this 100, 105 channel that it's been in, and that could be a very good day for AMD. Okay, let's look at Upstart. We're going to look at some tickers here. So we covered Upstart a few days ago, right? We were talking about Upstart kind of being in this channel between like 25 and I'd say 25 and 35. Right now we're at about 36. You're seeing that, you know, Upstart is gaining some momentum. You have the EMAs here that looks like they want to stack positively. We have the 8 over the 50, the 8 over the 200, and the 8 looks like it's about to cross over the 21, which is fantastic. We also see a squeeze here, right? And anytime that there's a squeeze, it's basically like the chart, you know, gathered enough power and then it kind of releases the power. That's just a very simple way to kind of explain what the squeeze is, right? And so based on historical data or data available, I'm going to put a very conservative price target on Upstart at $41. $41, right? So I'm going to look for Upstart to hit 40, 41, and possibly touch this upper range channel just above 50. So that's what I have there on Upstart. Let's look at some of the other names that kind of went off today. We have BBBY, right? So Bed Bath & Beyond, I forgot what it was. There was something with Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm not too sure what the news was, right? But as soon as Bed Bath & Beyond got going, so did the rest of the market. And it went crazy today. I think we're up almost 40-50% on Bed Bath & Beyond. It had been curling. We had just gotten above the 200, and you know, to say that we're touching 28, a level that we haven't been at in a year, that's like pretty incredible. You know, pretty incredible. Geez, I have some old fib levels here that I'll have to kind of fix, but don't necessarily want to have to fix them on this live show here. But this is what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do a quick reset, and after we reset the room here, okay, then I would like to take some tickers from the audience, and we're gonna look to break them down. I see one of our guest speakers here, Panda. I see you should get your mic off. Do you have anything to say? Okay. Camera shy. All right. So give us 1 second. All right, team. So again, this is Charles Becco from Brooklyn Traders. Joining me today is Helen 2 of the Stock Market Analysis Rooms on Clubhouse, and we are breaking down tickers in the stock market, right? Again, we've been going to all-time highs, and the question is, you know, are we gonna get to all-time highs, or are we gonna get knocked back? My name is Charles Becco, trader, investor, former financial advisor, and technical analyst here at Brooklyn Traders, and we are going to be breaking this down and answering the questions. If you are on either Clubhouse, put it in the chat, the tickers that you would like for us to break down. If you're on YouTube, also do the same. People on Clubhouse, please click the link up above our head, and watch us live on YouTube. Also multi-streaming to Facebook and Twitch. All right, let's get back to it. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So I seen that some members said that they could not hear us. Could you guys hear us properly on Clubhouse? Just put something in the chat. I'm not sure. Some people said that they could not hear us, which is very unusual because I see that the mic is going off. All right, but make sure to click the link right above our heads there. Let's continue on with the show. All right, so one ticker that we wanted to take a look at from today was Zoom, ZM. Okay. Zoom was down as much as 6% today. Okay. But if you kind of look at the way that Zoom is, right? If you look at the way that Zoom is right now, Zoom is kind of in the channel, right? The reason why I wanted to look at Zoom, because again, it was down as much as 6% today, but I want you to look at what happened today, right? We came down here, like, you know, not really the bottom of the channel, but we kind of fell a little bit on Zoom. We fell down to about 103, but buyers step in. You see like a huge volume, right? 10 million shares were traded today, and there was somebody or some bodies who stepped in and bought up the bid on Zoom. I would also like to mention that we saw something like, oh gosh, I think it was like 35 million or $40 million worth of, I would say, deep in the money puts that were sold, right? So someone sold $40 million, I believe, of the 125 strike. And Zoom, I think the expiry, don't kill me here, but I'm getting fall vibes, right? I'm thinking maybe sometime between September and November. I don't exactly remember the expiry, but I do remember that it was right around the corner. Again, some large buyer or some large bull really stepped in and sold, again, close to $35-40 million worth of, they sold the puts at around the 125 strike in Zoom. And so somebody is anticipating a big directional move in Zoom, and I do believe they have earnings right around the corner. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's like possibly next week for Zoom. Possibly next week. I think it was like sometime around the 22nd or something like that. So team, just look out for Zoom there. Look out for a potentially big move on Zoom. This is what we call here an accumulation phase, right? So after you get a big pullback, right, you get like kind of a resting period, a consolidating period, where the stock just goes in a very tight channel. And so for me, personally speaking, I'm looking to potentially be long Zoom heading into earnings, okay? Because again, somebody out there is loading up on Zoom. Somebody made a big, huge bullish bet on Zoom, and then just look at it, right? You know, we even came down here. We tested under the, I believe we tested down here, and yeah, somebody, big somebody, right? If you look at the volume here, if you look at this volume candle, hold on. Yeah. Right, look at all these days. This volume candle on a very sleepy day just encompassed all the rest of them, right? So somebody's making a very big bet on Zoom, and I think I want to be going behind these folks, right? So that is Zoom. Again, if you have tickers that you would like to get broken down, please put it in the chat. I do see BBIG. Okay, so let's kind of, let's just look at the price action of BBIG for today, right? Okay. So here's the biggest thing that you have to know about what to really look for. Number one, BBIG was technically in a long setup since the last day that it was traded. I believe BBIG had a 2-week halt for whatever reason. But the last day that it was traded, which was August the 4th, right? You see here we had a low bar at 67 cents. Then we kind of came up here at around 71. And today when BBIG was finally unhalted, we opened up at 75 and we just quickly just gapped. I mean, just look at this 5-minute chart here, right? Hold on, let's look at the 1-minute chart because we're still going here. Yeah, I seen this live. I watched this live happen, right? Like, as soon as we opened up, we just gassed from 75 cents all the way up to $1.36, which was today's high. Right now, after hours, we're up to $1.25. And yeah, I would anticipate that we will get a continuation move in BBIG tomorrow, right? So I can't necessarily tell you guys to, buy, sell, or hold. We cannot do that here. Okay, nothing that we see here on this channel could be construed as financial advice. Again, assume anything that you hear will get you clapped. Please, don't get yourselves in trouble. But yeah, basically, BBIG, when you have something that, sorry about that, I got a phone call. When you guys see something that kind of opens up as big as it does, and it kind of closes close to the high, you can expect that the next day that you should have a follow-up move, okay? A follow-up move. So that's what I got here on BBIG. Expect some bullishness tomorrow as well, okay? Helen, are you back? I'm not too sure if you're here yet, but if you're back, please feel free to chime in at any time. BBIG going in the after hours there. You can see it. So that's BBIG. Let's look at Bed Bath and Beyond. Best Buy and Bed Bath & Beyond shares very similar ticker. But again, I do not know what the news was. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with retail because the retail guys kind of went crazy today. All the retail names just went insane. You see here on Bed Bath & Beyond, we opened up on pretty big volume here. The low today was 15. High today is 28, right? So, yeah, this thing went crazy. Bed Bath & Beyond was almost a double Big Mac right here. And this is, again, just very, very, very good price action. Sometime towards the end of the day, there was a huge market pullback where it was just like everything in the market just like dropped to VWAP or the 200 on the 5-minute time frame. And BBBY was no exception to that, right? And so there you go. We closed up at around $20. We're at 22 right now. Expect some continuation on Bed Bath & Beyond tomorrow. What I've seen from these names before, like, with this kind of price action, expect people to just kind of buy the open right away. But then, also expect for the open to be bought, but then for the open to potentially be sold. Okay, I do see people are following us on the YouTube there, so thank you so much for your follows. Again, follow us at Brooklyn Traders on YouTube. We do appreciate it. All right, but that's what we have on BBBY. Expect some follow through tomorrow. Let's just take a look at APRN, one that we played here on our server. Again, another Wall Street Bets type name with APRN here. Here's what's very interesting about this name. Okay, Blue Apron. The float size, okay, meaning the amount of shares that are outstanding to be traded, is about 9 million, which is very small, right? For comparison, I believe GameStop and AMC had float sizes of like, let's say under 100 million or under 70 million, which were relatively small for those companies, right? When those guys ran up and went crazy. And we have a high short interest, right? Meaning we have like half of the float is actually short, right? And so once we got the news, we saw this huge volume spike here from 458 to literally to $5. And no cap team, we got in right here on this bar. As soon as we saw the huge volume spike, we saw the retail names going. We looked it up. We seen that it had a relatively small float, 40% short interest. It has that Wall Street Bets type look and feel. And you got the move. We were up as much 30% today on APRN. The option prices basically doubled up and tripled up during this time. It is high implied volatility, so be careful, okay? higher implied volatility tickers, they don't really move as well with the option premium, right? Because there's a lot of premium that's baked into there because the option sellers are thinking and they're anticipating, right, that you're going to have a bigger outsized move, right? So they're going to make sure that you're not going to make as much money if you are playing with options, right? So just do be careful about that. Be sure to check out the implied volatility before you purchase any options, okay? And again, we're not, advising that you do anything. Just be careful, okay? Just free advice. We did hit a high after hours of $6.95, almost $7. Here's what's important about APRN, right? If I could get the right screen up. Give me 1 second. Let me try to get the right screen up on APRN. If we could look at, here goes APRN. Ooh, yeah, here's a problem, right, for APRN. I mean, here's a problem for the option, for the market makers, right? Here's the problem. So APRN hits $8 tomorrow, and that's a gamma squeeze, right? Basically, at this point, let me find a very simple way to explain this. Basically, if the price moves past the final options available on the option chain, the market makers will be forced to start buying shares to cover the amount of outstanding options that are out there. You see, normally, right, you see these black spaces here? You could consider those for people who are laymen with options. These are considered kind of sucker bets, right? It's just think about like a casino. These are the long shot bets, right? So they're cheap, they're worthless. The market makers are anticipating that the chances of these going in the money are like close to zero, right? And so here's the problem, right? As the price keeps moving higher and higher, these so-called quote-unquote sucker bets, right, are going to become in the money. They're going to become valuable, and it's going to force the market maker to physically take, again, per option, each option, you have to have like 100 shares, right, for each option. And so the market makers are going to have to go out and buy on the open market a ton of shares, right, to cover the available options that are here. And if you look at APRN here, right, the option chain only goes to 8. So what other sucker bets are you going to give to the people, right? What sucker bets are going to be there? So this is a big problem. This is how you get those monster moves, right? Because again, tiny float size is only 9 million. Okay, half of the shares are short, right? So institutional investors, it may take them a day or two to get out. So no matter what the stock price is, they're going to have to keep buying. Then the market maker is going to have to keep buying. Shoot, team, if this ticker gets enough volume, this thing could be $20 tomorrow. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm talking about what has happened in the past, okay? What has happened in the past for things like this. And so if I were everyone that's on this call, I'll be taking a very close look at APRN. Okay, I did mention to our private server here at Brooklyn Traders, I mentioned to them that, hey, let's add some shares of some APRN because this one can go crazy. And right now, family, it has that crazy look in its eye, like it looks like it wants to go wild, right? Look at the volume here on APRN, 40 million, right? Pushing it above the 200. And again, here's what's also very dangerous about APRN, right? Here's what's really dangerous about it. It's been down, right? It's been down. There's like a long kind of cup handle here. So, again, to me, if I was like an option seller or if I was a market maker, I'll be praying to the Lord, that, I could get, these Wall Street bets people off my back, because this APRN right here, this thing could go absolutely crazy, okay? So APRN will absolutely, positively be on the top of my watch list tonight. So, APRN. Again, let me, I know that we have some people on the YouTube there. And I know that we have some people in the clubhouse. Again, put your tickers in the chat. The tickers that you guys want to be broken down, please put the tickers in the chat, right? Okay. Next on the list, okay? Let's take a look at Microsoft. I think Microsoft is like that dark horse that people really, in my opinion, I don't think people really pay Microsoft much attention as they should, right? But Microsoft has like a huge weighting in the QQQ and SPY. And so let's look at it here. Yeah, Microsoft right here on the weekly time frame, weekly MACD cross, positive histogram. I'm looking for Microsoft to touch that 300, maybe the 310 area here. You do have a squeeze here. That weekly squeeze pops off on Microsoft. And ooh-wee. Let me just take a quick look at Apple again. Ugh. Apple is just disgusting. Let's look at Tesla. I like to look at things in the weekly time frame, right? Okay. Tesla here on the weekly time frame. You got the 8 passing over the weekly 50, which is very bullish. You have the 8 passing over the 200, and the 8 looks like it's going for the weekly 21, right? But not really clear signal on Tesla there. But let me go back to Microsoft. I know I get distracted. Okay. I think there's some continuation here. Now, I would say this, right? I would say this, team. These moves are not going to last. They're not going to last, right? If you look at the VIX here, VIX kind of came down to 19, and it's kind of holding here, right? And if you look, the VIX is like the volatility that the market is kind of looking at to see how volatile we are. If we notice here, we come down to around these levels, and we're bouncing off of these levels, right? So if you look at where the VIX is right down here to a support zone. And again, we're looking at this as if it's like a ticker or a stock. It's not. It's the amount of volatility that's expected to be in the market. But we are just looking at it from a technical analysis point of view that, hey, the VIX really has not been down. And historically, the VIX is elevated, right? It is elevated from like a historical standpoint. Let me kind of put on the chart here. Let me put it like this. You can see on average, right? We're a little bit higher. It seems like we were in a channel that goes from here to there. Now we're in a channel from here to there, right? And so, the VIX is kind of like, it kind of stepped up. Like there's more volatility in here that's baked in to the point where 19 is a low. Normally a low on the VIX could be like 12, 13, 14, 15. That could be a low. The fact that the low is 19 is something to be concerned about, all right? So what we're going to do here, we're going to give ourselves the final reset here. Okay, we're going to reset the room, and we are going to go over the tickers that you, the audience members, want to take a look at, right? And so again, my name is Charles Becco. I'm backed up here by Helen. Today we will be talking about, hey, is the market going to an all-time high, or is the market going to come down? Are we going to get clapped in the market? Okay, again, I am your host, Charles Becco, former financial advisor, FINRA rep. You can check me out. Also, masters in business. I'm a technical analyst here at Brooklyn Traders. I've been trading this market since 2008, right? So I've been here for quite some time. I am an educator as well. I did put together a curriculum to teach the stock market to new people. So if anybody's interested, just hit me up about that. I am joined on the stage by Helen. Helen is a moderator for like 12 of the biggest stock market rooms on Clubhouse and Telegram. She's got a monstrous following in the tens of thousands, and so Helen is busy with her family. Okay, so we're gonna give Helen a break tonight until she comes back. And my man Panda here is chilling on the stage. Panda, a Navyman, right? So we want to thank Panda so very much for serving this great country of ours in the United States. Thank you so very much, my man Panda. All right, let's talk about the tickers that we're going to be covering now in this segment. I've got Ford and DraftKings for Delia. I've got Winnie who wants to look at AMC. I got Willa who wants to look at BNGO. Winnie again, who wants to look at HUT. And we've got Cicely Wells, who wants to look at SBEV, right? So let's get right to it. Again, if you are on Clubhouse, please click the link above our heads, and you will be able to see the screen here on the YouTube, all right? Let's get right to it, all right? So let's look at Ford. Yeah. Man, Ford is like, what is this? Ford is at like a 3-4 month high right here, right? The next level on Ford here is going to be 1750. I do see that Ford is kind of running out of steam, right? So again, with Ford won't be seeing an all-time high anytime soon. But if I'm in Ford, right? You do have a lot of support, right? You got the 8 there, you got the 21 here, the 50, the 200 here. So, even if we do get a pullback, okay, you got the 8 sitting comfortably there at 16, then the 200 at 15, and then the 21 at 1450. So, if Ford were to pull back, there'll be a lot of support levels there so that the stock price could be caught in the breadbasket. If you like Ford long term, really, I like shares down closer to $8 and $10. Those are my buy zones for Ford. I like Ford long term. I would say let Ford cool out a little bit. Let's see if we can get down here and retest the 200 again, maybe the 21 for a possible entry on Ford. Okay, let's look at DraftKings right now. DraftKings, nice. Okay, we had this accumulation zone. Right, phase 1 market phase. Now we're in the phase 2 markup. Price went from $14.50 to about $20. So nice, healthy bounce there on DraftKings. But we're fighting against this 200, right? And so I'm gonna make this really simple. If the price could hold above 200, I'm gonna be bullish on DraftKings. If price is under the 200, I am gonna be bearish DraftKings. That is it. Let's keep it that simple, okay? Under $22, bearish. Over $22, bullish. Keep it nice and simple with DraftKings, all right? Next up on this, let's look at AMC. For you great apes out there, you know what I'm talking about. You Wall Street bets people. What's up, my apes? All right? We've got some momentum here, right? We've got... Oh, shoot, let me see here. Oh, do we have a weekly squeeze? Let me see here. Ooh. We got to squeeze. All right, man. Okay. Price target on AMC. Drum roll, please. I've got a conservative price target on AMC at $35. Okay. $35 price target on AMC. Okay, I'm looking for AMC to be back above here. Right now, price fell all the way down to the 38 Feb level. We're at around the 100. Let's see if we could get to the 1618 at $30 or 29.6, whatever. And let's see if price could kind of get above the 1618 extension to the 261 extension on AMC. Okay, again, based on this weekly pattern, okay, we got the 8 crossing over the 50, 8 over the 21. 8 looks like it wants to get above the weekly, right? The weekly 8 looks like it wants to cross above, and once that weekly 8 crosses above, we are stacked positively on AMC. So from a technical standpoint, this 10 area looks like it could be a potential temporary bottom on AMC there. And so some hope for you apes out there on AMC. All right, let's look at HUT. And if any of you guys are here, please, if you guys could take a look on the YouTube. If you guys could put the YouTube tickers from the YouTube chat, if you could throw those tickers in the Clubhouse, that'll help. That'll skip a step that I got to do. Okay, so we can get to more tickers. All right. Well, let's look at HUT here. Man, from a weekly standpoint, we've actually been bullish for a little bit, right? I mean, from $2 here, you have a weekly buy signal there. Still very bearish on the weekly here. Just right now, I'm just looking for a simple retest of the 200 here at $4.32. I can see us kind of pulling back. Oh, are we in a short setup? Hold on. Nope. We're close to a short up setup, right? So let's not have price closed under 320, 330 here on HUT, right? But yeah, let's see $4 in HUT. $4 price target, 430 for the 200, right? There we go. So that is HUT. That is HUT. I think did we cover DraftKings? Let me see here. 1 second, family. Oh yeah, we did. We did cover DraftKings for sure. Let's look at BNGO. Sorry about that, Willow. I seen that we leapfrogged you. So let's look at BNGO. Again, all these like Wall Street Bets names just went crazy today, right? BNGO not doing too much anything. Nice move though, but not too much of anything. Right now, it's looking weak. I mean, so here's the thing, right? You know, on a very bullish day, which, well, today was very bullish for the Wall Street Bets names, right? It was bullish for the Wall Street Bets names. Not everything was bullish, right? But for BNGO being a Wall Street Bets name and it wasn't really performing today, yeah, I don't like this. You know, out of all the tickets I've seen here today, I actually do not like this one because, again, you had like wide participation for all the Wall Street Bets names. They were up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%. For BNGO, which is a Wall Street Bets name, for it not to participate and for it to actually go down, I'll be staying away from this one in the short term, right? If you like it, maybe you can add some long-term shares. But if you're looking for a scalp, if you're looking for a play, I'm not looking at BNGO, unfortunately. I'm sorry. You know, in order for you to know what a good setup looks like, team, family, you got to know what a bad setup looks like, all right? If anybody believes me, say hallelujah up in the chat. Boom, 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 boom. Let's check on our co-host Helen. I know she's busy with family. Helen, are you here? Are you I know you're busy with your daughter. Let's check. Okay, she'll get back to us. She will get back to us, okay? But yeah, that's what we have here on BNGO. All right. J. Chris, I'm sorry, we did cover BBBY already. BBBY does look bullish, okay? Let's look up SBEV for Cicely Wells, right? Okay. Let's look at SBEV. Yeah, another one, right? Again, for a day like today, right, where you had wide participation, like look what's happening with SBEV, right? It not only did it not participate, but it went lower, and it looks like it's even breaking this channel, right? So you had a channel between 346 to 363. I'm gonna just make this simple. If price could get above 263 and 270, maybe you could consider buying a dip or holding. But if price is not doing that, I'll be dumping SBEV. This is not good, okay? Especially for a day like today. You got the daily 8 crossing under the 21, daily 8 crossing over the crossing under the 50. Looks like it's heading to the 200. Price is making an inverted hammer. This thing looks like it wants to go down. So this is what I believe on SBEV, all right? So Cecily. I would say Cecily. That looks like an E, right? So please forgive me if I butcher your name. I'd be out of SBEV. I'm very sorry. Okay, so Leo wants to look at Bitcoin or Mara. Let's look at Bitcoin here, you know. So I would have to say I am short Ethereum. Okay, I do have to put out that disclosure, okay? Which is kind of like being short Bitcoin. Bitcoin does look like it wants to fix. I see different things here. Bitcoin looks like it wants to fix itself. Bitcoin looks like it I don't know. Right now it's in this channel, right? So let's see Bitcoin above 24,500. if Bitcoin is above 24,500, maybe I could get out of my Ethereum short, right? If Bitcoin is under 22,300, right, maybe we could get out, right? Here's the problem what I have with Bitcoin, right now. Here's the thing. So for a long time, we've seen that Bitcoin and equities were kind of following each other in tandem, right? So while equities is going this way, Bitcoin is flat. So I'm wondering what's going on. Let me just kind of put a chart here. If I could add a study, let's compare this to the NASDAQ composite, right? So again, right, this pink line is the NASDAQ, right? Let me make it thicker. I can't make it thicker. But you know, this pink line here is the NASDAQ composite, right? As you can see, right, NASDAQ goes up, Bitcoin goes down. NASDAQ goes down, Bitcoin goes down, right? But now look what happened. We got divergence. NASDAQ goes this way, Bitcoin is flat. I do have a little algorithm that's telling me here that maybe right now is the time to buy the dip on Bitcoin, but what moves Bitcoin is not what moves everything else, right? There's lots of things that's going on in crypto land, you know, from legislation to scams and hacks and, you know, just a myriad of things that affects the price of Bitcoin, right? So it's not a one-to-one. It's not in tandem with the stock market as sometimes we would like to say, right? So right now, again, if we can get above 24,700 or 25,000 Bitcoin, if we're under 22,500 on Bitcoin, you know, then those are your bullish and bearish things. I would say this chart, if I had to guess, I would say maybe it looks like it may possibly want to be bullish, but until it actually makes a move, I can't really say, okay? But I will be sitting in my Ethereum short until I get squeezed out of it. So that's what I have for Bitcoin. Jenny Lynn, we covered Upstart already. I'm sorry. We believe that Upstart, at least for tomorrow, you should see some bullish continuation based on the way that it closed on Upstart. Oh, that was the correct pronunciation, Cecily. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. I got TSJ wants to look at INTC. That's Intel. I did take a look at Intel today. Was thinking about making a trade on it, but I don't see anything. Intel looks like a dog here. It just does. I mean, you are in a daily bullish setup here that was activated what's crossed above 35.40, but it hasn't gone anywhere. It's running into this level here. I'm thinking, no. Intel doesn't look like it wants to go anywhere. Intel does not look like it wants to go anywhere, right? And so I would be very careful. I will be very careful on Intel there, right? So, yeah, that's basically it, team. You know, that's the tickers that we have today, right? So what I'd like to do, let me just give us our final reset. Okay, and let me just take a peek before we get to the reset, right? Let me take a peek on the YouTube there to see if, to possibly see if there's anybody who was mentioning or who wanted to see something here from the YouTube, right? So let me just, I don't see anything. No. Okay, so that's the YouTube right there. All right, team, again, this is Charles Becco from Brooklyn Traders. I am joined here on the stage by Helen and my man Panda. I want to thank everybody for being here today. We are breaking down several tickers here. We went over a bunch. What's on the top of our watch list is definitely going to be APRN. We're definitely going to be looking at Upstart and BBBY for tomorrow. APRN, perfect Wall Street bet setup, so check it out. Again, I'm your host, Charles Becco, a former financial advisor, Masters in Business. Follow me on all platforms at Charles Becco. I do have Helen on the stage. I did see that I received a donation. I know Clubhouse makes it so that you can receive donations. If you see it fit to send me a donation, please also see it fit to send Helen a donation as well. Okay, she is up here. She supports a ton of communities. She does lots of great work. She is very busy with her family at this point. But again, definitely share the love. If you do see it fit to send me a donation, absolutely send a donation to Helen as well. She works incredibly hard. She's up like 24/7. I have no idea how Helen does this. To me, she always has a room running on Clubhouse, and she's on Telegram all the time, and she does incredible work, incredible due diligence. And big shout out to the stock analysis community. And again, on the stage here, I know he's quiet. I got my man Panda. Again, Panda, thank you so much for serving this country, and thank you to all those who are out there on the front line, whether you're a frontline worker, whether you're defending the country, you're in the military, whatso have you. Again, thank you so much for your service. Boom. All right. So we do have a final ticker that came in at the last minute, and I got oh man, we got a couple. Okay, we got AMD, SLB, GLTA, and ChargePoint, right? And so these will be the last 4 tickers for tonight. Okay, again, no more tickets for right now. I've got SLB, GLTA, I've got CHPT, ChargePoint. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, AMD. Well, we covered AMD already. Yeah, I'm sorry. We covered AMD already, Yanni. Check out the replay for the breakdown of AMD. All right. So let's look at SLB for my man Ernest. What's up, Ernest? All right. Man, SLB Schlumberger here looks like a dog, man. Again, with the inflation and everything, Slumber J, it was an inflation play, right? But then, I think peak inflation hit, and we're starting. Oh, good luck to all. I'm in ticker mode, man. It happened to be 4 tickers. Yeah, sorry. Chris meant good luck to all, and he's correct. So we only got 2 more tickers left. SLB, which we're covering in ChargePoint, right? And so yeah, I've got Schlumberger here. This thing is not going anywhere. We had a huge pullback from like $50 all the way down to 30, and right now we're in the channel. So right now we come out of a phase 4 market phase back into a phase 1 market phase, and so I'll look for some more consolidation on SLB. Let's look at ChargePoint here. CHPT. No problem, Ernest. I got you. Nice move here on ChargePoint. Well off of the lows at 850. Let me see here. Are we in a short setup? Close. If ChargePoint falls under $18, we'll be in a short setup on ChargePoint, but have no fear. A lot of support here. 1720, 8 support. 1630, 200 support, and yada yada yada. So there is some support on ChargePoint here. All right, so that's it for the tickers for tonight, everybody. But I do have just an overall market analysis. I do want to look at some of the longer term charts. Okay, so pause for that. Don't go anywhere just yet. Okay, I do have. Is it NDX? Is that a ticker? Can we? Okay, cool. We can look at NDX. Fantastic, okay? Whew. Give me 1 second. Let's look at max available. Set it to monthly. Yeah. So team, family, I do not necessarily believe we are out of the woodwork yet. We haven't touched these levels in years, right? The last time we touched the monthly 21, the monthly 50, the monthly 80 is way back here in shoot. Last time we touched these levels was like 2008 and 2009, right? So it is nice that we kind of came down here, but once you kind of come down here, you open the door up for a bigger pullback, right? So overall, it's good. The market has been on fire, okay? But you have to think, right? When others are greedy, you got to be fearful. We had several times within the last year, right? Price came down, we bounced above the 200. Price comes down again. We do like a double bottom. Here it is, right? Double bottom above the 200. Again, double bottom above the 200. Here we are. we did a double bottom. We didn't get enough bounce. We did another bottom. We did a triple bottom, and we're above the 200 again, right? So, is this the end of it, or is this greater super pattern going to play out, right? So, think to hedge. Look at some VIX products. Look to potentially set some stops on your portfolio. Let's say if you get a 5% pullback in your favorite ticker, maybe look to take some shares off and just wait for the pullback to happen, get back in. Again, just look to hedge your portfolio, right? Look to hedge your portfolio with options, right? Put options, right? That's what puts are for, not puts, sorry. This is what options are for, right? Options were intended to be like a hedging instrument, right? Not just to okay, let me just buy some calls and puts and let me just make my living that way, okay? As the algorithms get going, as institutional traders are just here, they're here to take your money, okay, family? So it's just not that easy. Making money with options is probably one of the hardest things that you're ever going to do. It's way easier to just buy shares and hold it, okay? So that is my PSA for right now. But again, we do have Fed minutes coming out at tomorrow at 2 p.m., okay? 2 p.m. Eastern, right? So please put that on your calendars. Set an alert for that. Expect some increased volatility tomorrow. And just always, don't get clapped. Okay? Before we tap up out of here, I want to see if Helen is back. Helen, are you back? Helen?
I'm back.
There we go. Just in time to close up the show. Helen, could you just give us your general view of the stock market and what you think, and if there's any tickers you wanted to discuss? The floor is yours. Go ahead, Helen.
Yeah, the market is kind of interesting right now because so today it hit like a 200 moving average for S&P 500. And then it just right away, pull back. But it after 30 minutes, it just, came back again very strong because 200 moving average is a very strong resistance. But even with the resistance, still the market is pretty resilient. So I'm currently bullish on the market. And also remember, 200 moving average for QQQ is 340, so it may take a few days to get there. So Apple is doing very well, so I think Apple can help QQQ to reach 200 moving average 340. And also for long run, I would say the market kind of September 13th, there's another CPI number will come out. So once the number is lower than last month, I think the rally will continue. But if it's significantly higher or it didn't drop as we expected, so it might have a big pullback. So the economic data is driving the market. So the market is basically data driven. Tomorrow, there are two economic data will come out in the morning, 8:30 in New York time and 5:30 for San Francisco time. There's a retail data come out. And also, afternoon, 2 o'clock in New York time and 11 o'clock in San Francisco time in the morning. So there's the CPI meeting minutes release. So this will have a clear direction tomorrow afternoon at 2. So I will be prepare my purchasing power to do any trades once the market is clear. So basically, this is my fundamental analysis instead of technical analysis.
All right.
So everybody is watching the 200 moving average for all the stocks like Amazon and not Amazon, sorry, Tesla and Apple, they already passed the 200 moving average. They are higher. But there are other stocks like NVIDIA is way lower. Amazon is close. Amazon hit 200 moving average today. I think, eventually a lot of stocks will go up to 200 moving average, and the market is kind of bullish right now. It may turn into a bull market. Who knows? If the economic data supports, right? I'm not predicting the market is going like all-time high. I would say like it's data-driven. Charles.
Yep, I'm here. I didn't want to interrupt you. Yeah, I agree. The market is like really reacting to headlines. I think as the earnings have been coming in the past couple weeks and months, what I believe the market is reacting to is that the data is not as bad as they anticipated it to be. Right? For a long time, we had Ukraine, that was a market mover. We had the yield curve, that was a market mover. You had, fear over earnings or bad guidance. That was a market mover. Then you had inflation. That was like a huge market mover where, any tick up or down with inflation would whipsaw the market. And so this is a very data-driven, headline-driven market. And so, again, my personal concern is with the VIX. The VIX is still elevated here. For 1950 to be a low on the VIX is concerning, especially when we've gone through periods within the last 10 years of, like, I've seen like a 14 VIX and a 13 VIX, right? I feel, just generally speaking, any VIX under 20 for sure is more bullish than bearish, absolutely for sure. But for VIX to find a floor at 19 is a bit concerning, right? And so for me, the thing, I do agree with everything Helen said, but for me, the thing that would give me more clarity or more certainty, rather, that we are going to be in more of a bullish market is if we could get the VIX like under 19 to like 16 and even 15, right? Then I can say, hey, it's time for the bulls to come out. But as long as it's 19 here, then you do have a fear, right, that some of these longer term patterns will play out. I do want to mention Apple. I think we've been talking about this for months, and I've said it time and time again. However Apple is going to go, the market's going to go. The big concern with Apple here, okay, was that on the longer term time frame, the monthly time frame, Apple was in a short setup, right? But between July and August, we just bounced. We hit the monthly 21 there at 132, and we bounced like the devil. Oh my goodness. I could not anticipate that something so crazy. I mean, literally, from 135 to 173 to one of the most valuable companies, one of the first $1 trillion company in the world, to just have this huge bounce. Again, off the monthly 21, we were in a monthly short setup. This was like a phase 3. We went to a phase 4, and we just instantly bounced like that out of nowhere. Man, again, we're out right as of, again, if we could close, because again, this is August the 16th, right? So we were right in the middle of the month. So I can't necessarily say we're going to close like this, but if we close above 165, 166 here on Apple on the month, I say the rally continues for now. Okay, not to say what's going to happen 15 to 16 months from now, but again, if Apple could close up here, man, this rally's on. We're going to all-time highs. It seems like if we get a rejection, let's say for whatever the Fed minutes, or Jay Powell says something, or who knows, maybe Bernanke comes out and says something, or my man Michael Burry Cassandra comes out and puts out another doomsday prophecy. Maybe Putin does something crazy. I have no idea. I have no idea what could possibly take down this market, but right now, if this thing could close above 166.15, okay, by the end of the month, okay, Apple here, then I say the rally continues for now. Before we wrap it up, Helen, any other thing left to contribute here before we get out of here?
No.
By the way, Helen, I do apologize. I did pull up while you were talking. I did pull up.
I'm in Texas.
Are you in Texas? Where? Well, I don't want to give away your location.
It's middle. It's in middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. Okay. Are you eating a big steak? It is Texas. Are you eating a big steak?
Oh, Texas. Yeah, the steak. Yeah. Steakhouse.
Awesome. I did want to mention, as you were talking, I did pull up the economic calendar here, courtesy of Market Watch. Okay, this economic calendar is courtesy of Market Watch, so I definitely want to thank them for that. 8:30 retail sales. Retail sales, ex motor vehicles, retail sales, real retail sales, all coming at 8:30. 9:30, Fed Governor Michelle Bowman speaks. 10 a.m., business inventories. 2 p.m., this is the big one, Federal Open Market Committee minutes, and will be followed by Fed Governor Michelle Bowman, who will be speaking at 2:30. So I'm letting y'all know, team, we've got some market-moving catalysts set right up here for tomorrow. So whatever you do, make sure that you're more flat, if anything. Think to be defensive, think to be in cash, and save your chips, right? Don't peddle away your chips. Hold on to your chips. See what the market gives you. See what kind of move is gonna come out, and then just ride the wave, baby. So yeah, team, yeah, family. That's basically it. So I definitely want to thank everybody for being here today. Again, follow your moderators on stage. You can follow me on @Charles Becco at everything. My preferred mode of contact and to reach out to me will be on Instagram. So hit me up if you got any questions on Instagram. I do check those inboxes often. And again, just hit us up, please. Again, Charles Becco with Brooklyn Traders, Helen with the Stock Market Analysis Rooms, and team, thanks and God bless. Retro.